Hello, church family. I'm Robert Gilliland, the executive pastor here at the church at South Lake. And I want to take a moment and open the Word of God with you and share my heart. But, I just want to say we miss you. I miss you. I miss being around everyone. We're all launched into a different schedule, so to speak. We were having to adapt and change to our normal day to day. And some of us are working from home. Some of us are working as normal in offices, and some of us are hybrids. We're all learning all kinds of new things. As parents, I think of the parents right now. They're learning things like the Pythagorean theorem, or plate tectonics. Things that they probably learned way back in the day and never thought they would have to remember again. But now they're the teacher. They are the principal. And so we are all learning new things. But one thing I do want to address is the fact that we know that God is in control. We know that He will complete this work that's being done right now in His time. And we're going to be able to give Him the glory through it, and we will give Him the glory through it. Remember that Philippians 1:6 says that He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete that work in you. And the work that Christ began in us is the work of salvation. The reality is that God is on the throne and He has us in the palm of His hand at this time. I just want to take a moment and address how we have had these altered schedules. And so I want to encourage you to use your time wisely. Over in 1 Timothy chapter 4, Paul instructs Timothy in a very chaotic time of history. He instructs Timothy to adopt some new habits. Adopt some things that are going to reap eternal results, not temporary results. He says this in 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7. Train yourself for godliness. For while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. Last Wednesday night and every Wednesday night, I've been sharing my heart on Zoom with the men through a men's Bible study and prayer time. And last Wednesday night, after the prayer time was over, we were joking around a bit together. And I had mentioned something about a 40 for 40 challenge that Faith and I are doing with each other, which is basically taking 40 days and exercising 40 minutes, right? So the 40 for 40 challenge. We had a fun time laughing about that. But that got me thinking about this particular passage, and that, that 40 for 40 will benefit a little bit. There is value in exercise, but there's more value in instilling spiritual disciplines in our daily life. So I said, hey, we have some time. Our schedules have been altered. We can use our time wisely. How about a 30 for 30 challenge? 30 for 30 challenge, using 1 Timothy chapter 4, 7 and 8 as the foundational verse for this 30 for 30 challenge. What does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to begin 30 minutes of spiritual training for 30 days. And when I mentioned, what does that training look like to the men? Some of them asked, and I said, you know what that training looks like for the 40 for 40. Doing a few push-ups, a few sit-ups, walk around the block, go up and down the stairs, whatever it is, it's just doing something in exercise. So when I say let's do a 30 for 30 spiritual challenge, the question may be, what does that look like? Well, I would say the same thing. We know what that looks like. We have to change and engage in the disciplines that God's already asked us to engage in. So training in godliness is engaging in spiritual disciplines: prayer, Bible study, fasting, journaling, solitude, and that list goes on and on and on. The reason why Paul uses this illustration of disciplines, train up yourself, is because these aren't things that are natural outpourings of our life. We don't just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to fast today. It takes discipline to do that. No more than we wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to run 5 miles today. It takes discipline to do that. It takes intentionality to pray and to read the Word. It takes intentionality to set aside a day and fast and seek the Lord, to journal your thoughts out to God. So I would say let's all adopt, let's all take on this 30 for 30 challenge. You can start today. Commit to spending 30 minutes a day in spiritual disciplines for the next 30 days. And you're going to find there will be eternal results. There will be lifelong habits that you will be able to engage in because of these next 30 days. Find a friend, find a family member, find someone who can hold you accountable because there is strength in numbers, and begin today the 30 for 30 challenge. I love you guys. Stay safe. Love loud. We'll see you soon.